Hey guys, this is Chris from Empire Bricks and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we're having a look at a special set, it's set 75053, The Ghost from Star Wars Rebels. The set was released in 2014, it comes with 929 pieces, it has 4 minifigures and it originally retailed for $89.99 in dollars and $99.99 in euros. So, a very special set, pretty exclusive and hard to find in the year 2018. As always, let's have a look at the minifigures. There are 4 of them, of which most are well-known characters from the Star Wars Rebels series, and the main character in this set is Kanan Jarrus. Now, this is a figure that we have been able to get in many sets and bags and magazines, so he's not too exclusive, but he does have some pretty cool printing. He has some belts going on. This is the least exclusive minifigure of Kanan. There's also a version with him being blind, having the special cap on his head. Looking on the back, there's just some more belts going on. Underneath the hairpiece, there is a secondary face with a smile, as you can see, and a more serious face in the front. He comes with his lightsaber and a medium-sized blaster. Next up is Hera, or Hera Syndulla. She is, I guess, the second most important figure from this Lego set. Now, this one is also has been easier to get because of the Ghost Microfighter and also some magazine bags where you could get her in, I believe. So not too exclusive as well. Some nice printing though. You can see the negative shaping in black, giving her a more of a waist figure. I think that's a nice detail what Lego did. Some pilot gear going on. On the back, nothing special. That's not too bad because you can't really see it because of the green tentacles here. Taking the tentacle piece off, you can actually see that she has a secondary face which looks more surprised than the happy primary face. And she comes with a small regular blaster. That brings us to the third and most exclusive figure from this set, and that is Zeb. Now, he is a very well-known character from the Star Wars Rebels series as well. Let's try to get him sharp for the camera. Yeah, there we have him. So, first of all, he is the only minifigure made for his species, of course. Printing is pretty accurate, even though it's nothing too detailed. The headpiece is a unique mold for him, and I think it's a very well designed headpiece, and it actually looks like the character. He comes with a special brick build personalized weapon, and this figure is actually exclusive to the Ghost. So since the Ghost is a hard to get set by now, there weren't that many made because the Star Wars Rebels series wasn't out for that long, and they didn't know if it was going to be a hit series. Turned out it was, but that made this set pretty exclusive, and since he is only to be found in this set, this figure goes for about $20-25 on its own. So I'm really happy to have him in my collection. Putting him on the side, we move on to the fourth minifigure for this set. And that is a standard Stormtrooper. Nothing we haven't seen before. Only thing that I can note about this guy is that he is the Star Wars Rebels version. So the mouth is sloping a little bit more downward. It's the same helmet mold, just a little bit of a different print. I think that is a very has been a very wrong decision by Lego. A lot of people would have rather seen more of the same Stormtrooper, since a lot of people try to amass larger amounts of these, and it's kind of a pity that now there are some with a different print, making it look a little bit weird, but nothing too bad. Underneath the helmet is still the angry clone face, and this guy comes with a large standard regular blaster. So those are the minifigures, some not too exclusive, one very exclusive figure. Putting them on the side to have a closer look to the actual set. Like I said, pretty exclusive, really happy to have this one. I bought it from a fellow AFOL, or adult fan of Lego, which in this case was very important to me because I really wanted this set to have the stickers applied neatly. since this is a very expensive set, and they're all applied perfectly, so I'm really happy with that. So just start with the overall look. This is of course sort of the Star Wars Rebels variant on the Millennium Falcon. It's also a Corellian ship, so comparing it to the Falcon would be the most obvious thing to do. Having said that, this ship is significantly smaller than the Falcon, but it also has a lot less pieces, because the Falcon has around 1,300, 1,400 pieces, depending on if you count the latest model or not. This one has less than 1,000, so 929. So I guess the size difference of 300-400 pieces, you can really see that, but I have to commend LEGO for capturing the overall look and shape of the Ghost. I really like the coloring on it. It's just very detailed and accurate. There is some sticker work, so you can see stickers on these cylinder pieces over here. There is some stripe stickers on here, some yellow detailing, but on the cockpit over here, but nothing too exuberant. The number of stickers is relatively high, I think, but I would say within the acceptable margins for a set like this, and also especially the cylinder pieces, they just look better with more details on it. So I'm really happy with the overall look. It's a pretty sturdy ship, very swooshable, and the engines on the back really work out well. And especially if you look from the back, you can see the orange inverted tiles giving the real engine look. So I'm really happy with the overall look. You can obviously see that there's a big gaping hole in the back. I'll come back to that later. That makes it look a little bit weird, but we all know that is where the Phantom should go, and that's why the space is empty for now. So I guess that's an acceptable downside. Moving on to the functionality, there is actually quite a lot of functionality. It should be, I mean, comparing it to the Falcon again, you can actually open that up and have an interior. The ship is smaller and doesn't have that, and also because of the many angles that it has, all these plates, there is not that much room to create any kind of interior. But there are two cockpits, so there's one over here that you can open up here, and there's one over here. So there's room for two people. The cockpit is actually connected. You can, as you can see, just go through there with your finger, so you can put in a figure from here, or kind of attach it a little bit more from here, whatever you want. It's just one single space. There is a display piece over here, which is another sticker, but yeah, I'm not sure what to think about that. They could have used the standard printed piece for this. That's kind of a sticker that wasn't necessary in my opinion, but nothing too bad at all. The cockpit itself, nothing too much special. There is room for two. I think that's a very good thing. That's something that even the Falcon has trouble with, so that's cool. And it has two of these canopy pieces, so that makes the whole thing look very nice. Now, next to the cockpit are actually two sort of cargo holds or cargo areas. One of them is equipped with this Lego piece that can hold one of the spring-fired missiles over here. So you have one extra of those over there. There is some space just to store some smaller stuff like blasters. You could modify the space just to hold maybe more cargo or some smaller crates. But since this is a very flat area, it's very hard to store any larger items. But that doesn't matter. It's very nice how LEGO made use of this very compact space, and they still managed to fit in some cargo. So on top there is a blaster. Of course, this is not a spring-fire blaster, it's a make-believe blaster, but still it looks pretty nice. It can turn all around, and that is because it's actually a cylinder that you can take out, and you can put a figure in here. So you can take the chair out. It's all brick built, so you have to kind of demolish it and then put a figure in, and you can just put it back on. You could put Zeb in here or anyone you like. His or her head will kind of be visible in the dome over here, which is kind of cool. It's a very easy way, and still it looks good, even though I have to say that even if it's in, you can of course still see that there is a lot of space around here, so it does look a little bit open, but nothing too bad, very acceptable altogether. Now, on the back of that area, there is another thing. There's this cargo door over here, so you can actually open that up. And as you can see, there is a doorway through to the place where the blaster is. Now, not too much functionality over there. It just there should be a door. That's what you can see in the series, and I think it's a door that we have seen the characters come through so many times that LEGO decided to actually build a door in, but you will not be using it. But still, it's a very nice detail in the design. Moving on, we go to the sides. We come to the cylinder pieces with all the stickers on it. You can actually take those out and open them up, and you can see that they are sort of escape pods. Now this is a very nice design. Here you can see another control piece. This is a printed piece. I think they could have done that with the cockpit as well. It's not too special. It's a very simple design, but it works. You can actually fit those on top. One of the pin connectors will connect to here, and everything will stay in place like it should. And that's it. Now there's two of those, so there's another one on this side. I believe that the stickers are identical, and the builds seem 100% identical as well, but still it's nice that you get two, although I think they could have done something different with one of the two, just to create a little bit more diversity in the build. Turning it upside down, you can see that there is two of these spring-fired missiles. They are over here and here. Now there is of course several ways that you can fire those. You can actually push down those missiles, but there's also, it's very hard to see, but there's a round Technic piece over here that you can turn, and it will, if you turn it hard enough, actually shoot the missiles, but it's very hard to demonstrate over here. But there's a mechanism to make those fire away whenever you like. So that's a very nice thing, very neat that they built that in. So there is another smaller blaster in front over here. There is no cockpit or whatever. It's sort of the blaster that is meant to belong to the front cockpit and pilot. But still, it's a very nice detail. The bottom of the ship is kind of, comparing it to the Falcon again, I would say that the Falcon looks a little bit better. It has the hatch to open up. Then again, the Falcon is a lot bigger, gives more opportunity to do stuff like that. This is just made to hold the ship, to make it stand. And it does what it has to do. So overall, it looks absolutely amazing. There's quite a lot of play features for a set like this. A lot of detachable parts as well. Lots of room for minifigures, even though there is actually no interior. But you can put at least 2 minifigures in each escape pod. There's one in the dome over here. There can be 2 in here. And then we come to this space, because it's a review and I don't want to go into the Phantom too much, but I will demonstrate how it actually attached to the ship, because it will make the whole thing look a lot better. You have this piece over here. You can clip it open. You can take the Phantom set, put it in here, then clip this down again, and it will be attached. As you can see, the whole ship looks a lot different. The Phantom is, I think, a little bit oversized for this Ghost. It's not exactly what it should look like, but it does make the ship look more complete. And as a display model, I'm not sure if I would, display them next to each other or on top of each other, but this is how it works. If you have both sets, there's even more space for minifigures. You can put one in this cockpit as well, but as you can see, this cockpit is relatively large compared to the one of the Ghost itself. So I'm going to take this out again. Having said all this, what are the biggest pros and cons of this set? Well, the biggest pro would definitely be the looks and the playability. There's so much options with this ship. It's a very nice build. It doesn't bore. So a very cool set altogether. Kind of a pity that it's so hard to get nowadays. You can try to bricklink it though. There's nothing too special concerning the parts, although the sticker sheet will probably be pretty expensive by now, as will the minifigures, as at least the Z minifigure is very expensive. The biggest con, I think, would be that they made this a set that only looks complete with the Phantom on it. It would have been nice if they included something to cover up the back end in a way that it would look more complete. and less like you should buy another set. I understand why Lego did that. It's something unique in the Lego Star Wars universe to have two sets fit together on each other like this, not something you see every day. So it's nice that Lego, tried something different, but it would have been better if they would, use like 50 or 80 pieces to build something that will make the whole thing look like one complete ship. It just looks a little bit unfinished without the Phantom on top of it. So that's my review for this ship. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time.